Good morning. In this video, I will be talking about what we will be doing with students during this third week of the weather unit. So, to begin, I am in the weather unit overview document, and I am at the week at a glance section for the third week. And notice that during this week, we are going to have the essential question: why is the air near the ground warmer than the air higher up? You can look at this week at a glance to get an idea of where we're going. But to find out more specifics, click on this week 3 link, and it'll take you down to a more detailed summary of what we are going to be doing each day. So on Monday, we need to summarize what students learned in the last 2 lessons. So we will be doing our summary chart. At the top, you can see any of the documents that you're going to need, as well as some notes that are important to read. Each day, the lesson sequence is broken down by launch, mini lesson, work time, and closure. For the summary chart, students are going to figure out, based on what we did in each of these activities, what were the main ideas that we learned. So each box here will correspond to a box over on what we learned. Then at the end, they'll need to connect. How does the information here help us understand hailstorms? And I have provided a key for you. So this is not the only way to answer these questions and to write out the learnings, but this is the way that makes sense to me. So feel free to look at this and use that as a guide for students. Okay, so to start on spread or the next main idea of this lesson 4, why is the air near the ground warmer than the air higher up? Students first really need to understand energy and energy transfer. So you get an overview of what we are doing for energy. Once students have a better understanding of energy and how we're going to define it and talk about it and represent it, students will do a 2-day lesson on figuring out why the air near the ground is warmer. So again, everything is divided out for you. And on Friday, we'll need to then summarize the learning from that lesson 4. So we will be doing another summary chart. If we go over to our teacher slide deck, we get more details about what we're doing each day. So students with the summary chart, you're going to ask them to go back and review their pages. I will be asking students to share what they've learned so that they are engaging and they are more active participants in the summary chart lesson. Then working in small groups, they can write out what they've learned. Now, for my document with the summary chart, I make one summary chart for everybody in every group in the class. So I have 6 groups, and therefore I have 6 versions of the summary chart. This in Canvas is linked as an editable document. So each group, every person just clicks on this link, and each group finds their slide, and then they begin to edit. And I can be looking through for every group and adding comments to their work to help support them, make sure that their answers are deep enough and that they are completing the tasks. And if you find that some groups are just not writing anything down, it's possible that they're talking things through, but it's also possible that they could use your help. And so that's a great time to just go join them in their breakout room. Once that is done, you can bring students back together to go over that third column of the making connections. And then for the closure, I suggest that students do a reflection on their learning.